Start the stream.
Stream is up.
Don't cross the streams.
Don't cross them at all.
Nope.
Never. It's a terrible idea.
Totally terrible.
The worst.
Let me look at one thing here.
One thing.
We started. I'm gonna eat one piece of chicken, and I'm just gonna sit over here as you're talking. Oh yeah, Matt. That's a great story.
Just smack on the microphone. God.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me want to punch people in the face.
Who was? What was there? Intoxicated Gamer would eat all the time on their show.
Oh, was it?
Alex
Steve,
would always be like,
Alex?
nom, nom,
God, they've been off.
for years.
Yeah, for years. They stopped in like 2016, I think.
Okay. I love this rack up. And let me see if that's
Craig Ord. Hello.
Hello, Doug. How are you tonight?
Oh, that's his name.
What are you doing, Doug? How are you doing, Doug?
I'm Doug, and I'm out of here.
What do you know, Doug?
I'm sorry, Doug. I can't do that.
Well, I've been doing that all weekend for different things. I'm sorry, Dave.
Oh, look, it's Jeff Chase.
Jeffrey Chase
Friedman. And Barry Clay.
And Barry. What's up, Barry? What's up, Jeff?
All these motherfuckers. It's great.
Coming in as we get things fired up here. I'm going to eat another piece of chicken real quick. This is not hate chicken.
Yeah, just don't choke on your chicken. Choke your chicken. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If I start choking, will you come over here and choke my chicken?
No, I'll give you the Heimlich.
You're going to give him the Heimlich while he chokes his chicken? Okay.
Well, so he doesn't choke on his chicken anymore.
You're going to give me the Heimlich.
Yeah.
Where you Heimlich my butt?
Yes, that was exactly
I licked his rectum.
where I was going with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a Jay Smith.
Hey, Jennifer.
There's a Jay Smith. What up?
Nice.
Happy Tuesday, lovers.
For Lovers. That's from about 1979's current album.
Well, who wrote that up there? Where was it? Is it gone?
What?
I don't know.
The greatest lovers were murderers first.
Oh, yeah, I see that. It's written in
I don't know who wrote
light
that.
blue.
I'm not sure who wrote that.
Jungle, it's right here.
All right, are we spooled up and ready to go?
I mean,
I'm ready.
yeah.
I got enough spooled up for the dump button.
This show has a dump button? Really?
I don't know what for.
Don't look at me. Say fire again. It sounded like
Fire.
Michael Bine. Or Bane.
Bean.
Bean.
I got word in from our producer. Everything sound good out there? All these guys can hear us.
Yeah.
As long as people can hear us, that's half the battle, right?
I gotta see what this is. Where is this at? Can I pull this back up real quick? Where's it at?
I don't know.
There it is, right there. So before I'll do this on the show.
What the? Oh, there we go.
Momentary panic.
Yes, momentary. All right, let's do this. Let's start this thing up. Here we go. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you jazzed? Let me see your jazz hands. Here we go.
Yeah. Dustin Schneider, thanks for the time. By the way, Dustin's got a podcast now that may have the greatest title in America. It's called Jerry Jonestown Massacre.
This is some serious business right here.
This episode of the
Yes.
Oh, my
great
God.
Jerry
Yes, Jerry.
Jonestown Massacre.
is brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is, Barry. It is greatness.
Tired of paying rent. My landlord can't get bent. Not getting any equity in this space. Went to the bank today. Cash my 401k. Gonna put some money down on a new place. Why won't my friends help me move? This should do me lots of good. I'm gonna move into a new neighborhood. Bought the first place I'd seen. Picket fence.
Show 475. It is May 31st, 2022. Forgot where that fade was. I got a mouthful of food.
Oops.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is here from all the way down the street.
Well, at least I am.
Well, technically, the band is.
Yeah, true.
Please welcome to the studio, the Jet Noise.
Yeah.
Greetings.
That was my David Letterman open as close as I could get.
I thought you were channeling David Letterman when you said my next guest.
Yeah, then you interrupted it. I was on a roll, and then you interrupted it to say that you were from down the street, not him.
He's good like that.
Yeah.
That's what he does. It's fun. It's fun.
Thanks for killing it, Matt.
Tis.
We are stubless tonight. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and what he's dealing with. If you know him or close to him, send him a little text message of love that you're thinking about him. Fill his phone up with, thoughts and prayers.
He's going to be so confused.
Isn't he always?
Yeah.
More than usual.
Okay, there you go.
No, I think he talked about it last week. He wasn't going to be here this week. Graduation is this week. And he
Yeah,
has
for his
one
oldest
graduate,
daughter.
so- Yeah, so send him thoughts and prayers. Do that. Just go ahead and do thoughts and prayers.
T's and P's.
Yes, T's and P's. So how you boys doing?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Happy Tuesday, Matt.
I know. It's been
Oh,
an
happy
exciting-
Tuesday, Chris. How
Happy
you doing?
Tuesday, and I don't watch the show. I don't know what the benchmarks are.
So we just made it through Memorial Day weekend. Did y'all take advantage of any of the sales?
No, not a single one.
Really?
Yeah, not even a little bit. I mean, I guess no. I was on vacation the whole week previously. So
Oh, where'd you go?
Oregon.
Oh, already doing the scouting, huh? Running around, doing things.
Bought a house.
You got it, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So
Things are looking good out there, huh?
yeah. It's a it was a case of wanting to do something that was new construction, so my timeline would be a little bit,
Shove that mic closer to your mouth.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a case of wanting to do new construction, so the timeline would be a little bit pushed out and not having to get into a bidding war with people, and it worked out. Something in my price range, and yeah.
How's around Portland, right?
Yeah.
How is new construction out there? Is it pushed far out from the city, or is it about like the distance we are now, or how's that work out there?
So for the things that were in my price range, which admittedly were not much, where I ended up is in a suburb called North Plains, which is kind of far-ish out, but far-ish out in Portland is not like being far-ish out in DFW. Like, I'm 20-ish minutes to downtown Portland, assuming no traffic, because traffic always fucks things. So yeah, I'm a little bit further out.
So what about 10, 15 miles?
About
About that far out?
That's not bad.
Yeah, but I'm
That's about what I am from downtown. I
Yeah.
mean, it takes me about 15, 20 minutes to get downtown,
and
depending on traffic. But
so where I am is literally, it's like I'm 5 minutes from 26, which is relatively major freeway.
Mhm.
Hop on, and if I go east 25 minutes, I'm in downtown Portland. I go west, an hour 15, I'm at the ocean.
is
It's hard to argue.
everything, which I want to comment about the ocean thing here in a minute, but is everything, like, with that being new build, is it like everything's new build? Do you have new shopping centers, new restaurants, new
So
Home Depots, new Lowe's, all that crap.
So because of the suburb that I'm going to be in, it's kind of its previous reason for existing was it was kind of like like one of the last like stops like out as you were going to the coast, or one of the first stops back in. So that particular suburb doesn't have much at the moment. I'm sure it will in another 5 to 10 years, because that's just how that goes.
Right.
But if I go the 10 or 15 minutes to get back to Hillsboro, most of the stuff there is newer, because that's kind of how the creep has been going. So yeah,
Nice.
it's good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I saw your post over the weekend, and I was going to be a smartass on it, but then I refrained.
For once.
That's very unlike you.
I know. I know. I'm trying to change my life. I've found things in my life. I've found a new center. My soul is becoming cleaner, and I have to refrain from being my normal jackass self on social media. But I saw
Again,
your
very
one about
unlike
the picture of the coast.
Yeah.
You're like, one of the reasons I'm leaving Texas, and I nearly responded. I was like, well, if you'd ever opened a fucking map, you would have seen that Texas actually has 70 miles more coastline than Oregon does.
Yeah, but it's Gulf of Mexico, and it doesn't compare.
Yeah, that argument I couldn't have won, because it
No.
does not compare.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
The Pacific to the Gulf of Mexico does not compare.
No, you would have.
That's a pure win right there.
Yeah, you would have tried that, and it would have been like, and the response would have been something like, "You're not this fucking stupid." So
What, you don't like brown water? I mean, come on. It's beautiful.
not
What,
even a little bit.
2/3 of the Texas coast is just beautiful brown water.
Yeah, no, we're good.
From Galveston east.
We're good.
Yeah,
Nope.
And then what's weird is you get closer to Mexico and it clears up.
it does. Yeah, Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, it was crystal clear.
Well, that's like way far away,
Mm-hmm.
so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you get closer, like South Padre down to Brownsville, it's all pretty. So yeah, that's another reason I didn't want to get in the argument, because I was like, yeah, you can't fight with the Pacific Coast.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool, man. It's cool. So y'all got a record that's fixed to come out. We're gonna just dive right into this
Yes.
Sweet.
because it kind of has to do with you
Oh.
moving. You built this record, and we're gonna talk about this record here after a while. But
Okay.
you're gonna play one show, and then you're out of here.
Yeah.
Not gonna try to play another show at all.
No, so the kind of the original thought process, because back in February, I basically put in the request with my employer, like, can I leave Texas and keep my job? Because we've proven for the last 2 years I don't need to be in the office to do my job, and I still do it very well. When I put the request in, I told Matt, like this is what's happening. Like, I am trying to do this. So but we were in the middle of recording and getting the album sorted at that point, and so kind of the thought process was, well, we'll make sure that we play one show. And because at the time, like, I thought my timeline was going to be a little shorter. I thought that it was going to be like a July-August leave. And so rather than, kind of leave Matt hanging as far as that goes, like, oh, are we going to, do this, do that? Like, no, it's like, we're going to do this show. That's going to be it. And then that way, it frees Matt up to be able to do something else without, the uncertainty. So it was just
big question
trying
mark.
to, it was trying to be, respectful of Matt's time as well, because nothing worse than being like, oh, maybe not, yeah. Just,
What's happening though when you leave. I've foreseen this with my, like, if I was Jedi and I could see into the future and I can foresee what's going to happen.
Oh, your
with
Jedi
him.
clairvoyance?
My clairvoyance.
foretelling. Yeah, go ahead. What's
You're
that?
leaving, and you've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, right?
I actually haven't. So
Oh, fuck, then this joke doesn't work. Anyway, at the end of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, there's just a giant puppet opera that is performed with Matt and all his friends. And I have a feeling he's going to wrangle all us up to control different puppets to do this giant puppet opera of jet noise music. And it's going to be insane. You might get a call to come back down here and control a puppet. Shove your arm up a puppet's ass.
You must have listened to the Funky Town podcast where I mentioned that.
I heard that episode, but yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what you're leaving. It's a giant puppet opera. How many followers you got these days on TikTok?
Oh, you mean on my puppet page, Skip Redstone?
On Skip Redstone?
Yeah, 3,460.
Not bad. When do you start making money on TikTok? I know our buddy
I've already made like
Peterson is.
I've already made like $200.
Son of a bitch.
Well,
Really?
let me put this into context for you because I know you're not really TikTok, and the only reason why I got on it so I could get some practice in. Yeah, have a field day with that. Anyway, but the way TikTok works is that whenever you live stream, people can send you gifts, and depending on what that gift is, there's a monetary value behind it. It's not much, but it adds up over time. And yeah, since I started my account back in January, I've already made a little over $200.
$200 on TikTok.
Yeah.
With your puppet.
Yeah, just from people sending gifts. It's a really common thing to do. It's really just a way of saying thanks for those that appreciate whatever art or subject that you're talking about on TikTok. So
It's kind of badass. Like I just don't have time for that. Or the energy. And I'd hate I would make something badass and no one would watch it, and then it would just destroy my
Your ego?
my ego and self-esteem, and I would just have to go drink myself to sleep and spin the revolver.
Russian roulette.
Chink.
I think it would take a lot to destroy your ego and self-esteem. I'm just
It
gonna
might.
throw that out
I'm a
there.
Capricorn. I already said it.
Well, I don't know, man.
I have a big ego,
You're on meds and you're in
and I'm pretty funny.
and you
whatever else Johnny's little post said today this week.
Johnny's post.
So did you do anything Memorial Day weekend?
No, not anything.
Didn't make any flower
serious.
beds or anything, or nothing like that?
Well, I did do that. Yes, I mean you saw the pictures. Yeah, that took a bit of time. What was the hardest part though was digging up my fucking bushes that are surrounding my back porch. They're all gone, and now the flower beds or the gardens are in place of that now. Yeah, gonna start growing our own vegetables. We already have a tomato plant that's like this big.
Yeah.
About 2 feet tall. Yeah.
Any other good vegetables you're gonna build?
We have some that we actually have one of those.
You're gonna plant a house?
Plant a house, build a tree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah. We have some that are inside. We have some of those growers that people typically use for illicit substances.
Are they growers or are they showers?
I've been to your house.
They're both. Yeah.
You're growing a shit ton of weed in your garage.
Whatever. It's just like dill, catnip, mint, anything but that. Yeah.
I went down to Seguin, Texas for my sister's 40th birthday. So congratulations, Whitney, on reaching
awesome.
midlife. And she had a whole bunch of her friends from up here and from New York, and a couple from the West Coast all fly in, and we all hung out on the river, the southern part of the Guadalupe that isn't crazy. Like, the green area is where all the drunken chaos, debauchery happens when you're on the river. We were down where it was nice, peaceful, and quiet. And we got down there the first night, and we're like, yeah, man, the water's flowing great. The river looks good. Got out there. The current was strong. Like, it was hard to stand in.
Mm.
And we were all having a good time. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, and the creek was a third of its size. Like, it just... And we're like, what the hell? Like, seriously, like, it just sucked in, and the docks are all exposed, and there's all these rocks we didn't see the first day, and tree limbs, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
That's really strange.
Debris and trash. Well, one of the guys was sitting around just reading the notebook that goes with the house,
Mhm.
and he goes, oh, at noon, they're going to sound a horn, because there's a dam up the river, and they open the dam up, and
Oh.
they fill the river back up. I'm like, oh, shit, that's going to be badass. So at 11:55, a bunch of us go out there, and we set up our floats, and we tie them all off, and we're all ready, and we hear the horn go off, and we're like, all right, here comes this giant wave of water. We're gonna see what happens and if we can withstand it or if it'll shoot us all the way down to I-10 or what the hell will happen. Nothing.
Boo.
Nothing. It's a gradual rise. Like it took 4 hours to get back to where it was
yes.
the night before.
So it's not a sploosh.
No. We were all disappointed. Like, oh, come on. We were wanting a big, giant, Indiana Jones wave to come knock us down. But
Right.
no, it sucked. But we got the water back up, and it was still fun.
Yeah.
Got burnt as hell.
As you do, yeah.
As you do. It was a good weekend, though. It was good fellowship with a bunch of people I hadn't seen in years. So it was good spending some time down there. And then you're going out of town this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
That place is badass.
Yeah, and turns out I'm staying at the same park that you've stayed at before.
Yeah, you're going to be a Hochatown boy.
A what town, boy?
Hochatown, represent, yo.
Hochatown?
Hochatown.
Okay.
Don't talk bad about Hochatown. You'll see when you get up there.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will
I
you
don't
though?
know. I don't remember the name of the cabin, but it's a pretty large one because there are like 11 of us that are going to be there.
Was it me and Jeremy? Was Jason Cantrell up there? And then another cousin? We were the Hochatown boys. We recorded a hip-hop album that's huge that you will never hear or see.
Like the Wu-Tang's album,
Yes.
where Martin
There's
Shkreli
one
has the one
copy
copy.
of the one song that we just spit out at random with my 360 camera going, and it will never see the light of day. But
Damn.
we started a band called the Hochatown Boys up there. There's a lot of cool stuff to do up there. I love that lake. It's beautiful, crystal clear. It's relaxing, quiet.
Yeah, that's the main reason why we're going, just to relax.
We did a bunch of the. It was right when I had my first 4Runner, and so we broke it in by going up a bunch of the logging trails and off-roading 4x4
Nice.
and all stuff,
Nice.
climbing up things and doing stuff, seeing what all it could do. And then we went flying down this one log trail and ran into a meth trailer and decided to
Get the fuck out?
get the fuck out. Is exactly what we
No
did.
joke.
That's
May have
that-
seen Walter White in there.
That seems like a very prudent decision
Yeah.
at that moment in time. Yeah.
I kept waiting for the first scene of True Detective to happen, where a guy would jump out in his undies and a gas mask on and AK-47 and try to chase us down as we sped off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
it's-
about that.
It's nice up there, man. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, yeah.
Just try to avoid the meth trailers.
Yeah, don't go. I'll show you which trail not to go down that we went down. I actually found it on a Google map. There's some landmarks around there that make it. There's a big fire tower, and it's pretty close to that. And I was like, oh yeah, don't go down this trail and don't go way back up in there. That's where the meth lab is, or the meth trailer. So yeah, anybody get to see Top Gun yet?
Not yet.
No.
It is on the list. Everybody that I have talked to that has seen it has been just like, "Oh my god, it's fucking awesome. You have to go see it. It's perfect for what it like. They understood the assignment." It's like, "Okay, great. I'll get to it."
I haven't heard a bad
Okay.
thing yet.
No, which is very unusual for, usually there's some sort of at least nitpicking even on stuff that people love. So, yeah.
Well, I'm debating on going tomorrow night. And I'm going to open up the invitation to anybody that wants to go, if you want to.
Got a soccer
wanna
game
go.
tomorrow night. Else I would.
A football game.
Yes.
Yes. Where you play at?
Blue Sky and Keller.
Oh, okay. Where Stubbs tore his
ACL?
ACL? Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Decided to play soccer, a few hours before we had a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
That's a terrible life choice, but okay,
Yeah.
continue.
but we had a show at Tomcats that night, and he shows up on all sorts of narcotics and
And he had to play on a stool. I was
and
there.
he leaned up against a stool and played the show, and then went to the ER.
You
Yeah.
good
no.
times.
one other additional detail about that night? That day was also the same day that Amy Winehouse died.
Really?
Yes.
How do you remember that?
Well, because I tried
That's crazy.
making the stupid cliche joke Like, yeah, well, she should have gone to rehab, and you're like, no, don't. Shut the fuck up. Stop.
I don't even. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Matt tore his ACL. Maybe at the same time Amy Winehouse died.
Possibly.
Maybe that was a piece of the force.
Correlation is not
Correlation.
causation. Oh.
No, but there's a 7:30 show tomorrow at Northeast Mall
Mm.
in their big XD theater. Thinking about going, checking it out. I want to see it.
Yeah, it's very, very high on my list. I mean, now that, since I don't have rehearsal Thursday now because we moved it to today with Matt going out of town, maybe I'll go see it Thursday. That might work.
Yeah,
Go up to Alamo Draft House in Denton.
yeah,
Because
that's a good one.
I don't mind giving them my money to see a movie.
I'm kind of pissed. Our buddy closed down the Alamo Draft House up there on North Tarrant.
Oh, yeah, I heard that shut down a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was the closest one to us.
That sucks.
Now it's either Dallas or Denton. I don't think there's another Fort Worth one, is there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mm-mm.
Why'd that one shut down? They just decided, no, we're just not doing this anymore.
COVID killed it.
COVID killed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
It
enough.
was getting its feet off the ground pre-COVID, then COVID hit, and it closed down and just never
Never quite
recouped and
recovered.
got back going.
Bummer.
Then on Friday, there's a movie. It's showing one night and one night only. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, on my personal account, you would have seen this. I posted the trailer the other day. It's called Deep in the Heart. And it's
Texas?
Yep. It's a movie about Texas, the state parks, the national parks, the wildlife, all narrated by Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that sounds cool. That's right up your alley.
Yeah, and it's premiering at one of the places it's premiering is at Northeast Mall. Also, there's
Cool.
like that theater, the Angelica, and another theater in Plano. They're the ones
Okay.
showing it. It's one night only. And then I guess you can stream it or find it wherever. But if you want to see it in the theater, and I want to go see it in the theater, it looks badass. Looks good. The cinematography on it's awesome. So
I mean, you would hope so with that type of film. You know, if you're trying to show off natural beauty, you would hope the cinematography doesn't suck.
you would hope it does. But I have seen some of those.
all right.
I mean, not wrong.
Go back and watch some of those old National Geographic shows.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no,
you're
I'm
like,
good.
"Oh,
I'm good.
what?" We were in when we were down in Seguin. We were waiting for food. What were we were. It was late at night. We were cooking burgers or whatever, and the TV was on, and we started watching all these old game shows, just letting them roll through there. And there were like 3 channels in a row of just old game shows, like the 1980s Price is Right,
Oh,
the
shit.
1970s Password,
Okay.
and
Password. Damn.
yeah, you talk about shocking, and some of the stuff they said, sexist and racist and stuff that wouldn't fly today. I was like, how is this being replayed? Like, they were out of control, especially when some of the celebrities are just smashed drunk up there.
Yeah, as long as they have the rating on the show, they're protected.
It was great. We need to bring that back.
Those were the days. Speaking of overly sexist and racist TV shows from that era.
Yep,
Not wrong.
not wrong at all. All right, so y'all have an album. We've talked
Yes.
about this.
We do.
You're releasing it June 10th at Growl.
We are.
With who?
So that we're playing that show with Prof Fuzz,
Prophet 63.
who is also releasing an album.
Yes.
So it's a
Peaches
nice,
and
That is true.
Peaches and Herbicide is their album.
Is this before they take off for their East Coast tour?
No, actually, they're coming.
This is their return
their
show.
return show. Yes.
Okay, after they've done it.
yeah.
Good. I want to hear some stories.
I'm sure they will have some.
I hope so.
And then also on the bill is Crooked Bones and Estacado. And I'm
Those
excited.
guys.
I'm excited because those are 2 bands that I have not seen before. So hey,
Yeah, same here. I know of Crooked Bones. I never heard of that Staccato before. They were put on the bill with us.
I've heard stories of both.
Hmm.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Watch your pockets. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Are y'all going to do anything exciting? Is there going to be like any? This is an album release. Is there going to be balloons? Is there going to be like strippers or a ring toss?
I mean,
Or maybe a cannon that Matt will be shot out of?
Why would
Anything
I-
exciting? Let's go.
Why would I be shot out of the cannon when he's the one that's moving? That doesn't make any sense.
do not give Dustin any ideas.
I don't know. I
Please.
figured you'd be the one that's more likely to be shot out of a cannon.
Well, you always say that I've come in here and I've acted like I've been shot out of a cannon.
True.
I mean,
Are y'all going to do anything exciting though for the show? Are you and the Professor Fuzz setting up for anything cool? Like, is there going to be some cakes? Entice me to come to this goddamn show,
you mean you
Other
mean,
than the fact that we're selling our album,
which we will show.
yeah, hold up to the camera.
yeah, other than the fact that it's literally going to be the last time you're going to be able to see us play a show live. I mean,
Except with the puppet opera.
Well,
is that not enough enticement to come out to Growl and see our or at least see my face
Unless you
Playing.
want to wait for the puppet opera.
one last time?
now
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie. Now that you said that,
Have you not seen it either?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I knew about the ending,
Okay, you
And-
didn't know about the
and
ending.
Jason Segel is also
Yeah.
he also wrote and co-directed the Muppets, and that came out in 2011. Yeah,
Yeah, so
movie.
he has the job I want. He does Foley sound and background music on TV shows, and that's what I want to do. That'd be so much fun.
that would be.
It'd be such great. You just walk into a studio and you're like, okay, what's the scene? Oh, someone's getting hacked up. You can just start
Figuring out.
smashing a watermelon.
Smash watermelon, yeah, or just like cutting random pieces of large fruits.
You ever seen the video?
vegetables.
There's a video on YouTube. Don't go look at it now while we're doing the show. Wait till after the show. But making all the sounds for Mortal Kombat,
Yes.
all the punches and the
Yes.
stabs and
Yeah.
everything, and they're
Yeah.
just ripping fruits and vegetables apart.
Yeah, it's fascinating work. It's like the lengths that people will go to get the right sound
Yeah.
is just mind blowing
Oh.
sometimes. And
And,
and
the
then
weird shit they use to get the sound.
Yeah,
And if you
Dude.
close your eyes, it sounds exactly like what that sound should be. It's crazy.
Ben Burt. Yeah, the sound designer for the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Did you ever see that? There was an old documentary when Empire Strikes Back came out that showed them going around and getting sounds for Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
I have seen YouTube videos from that same, that shows footage of them collecting Foley sounds. Yeah.
They're out in the desert and they find a guide wire coming down a pole
Yes.
and they start banging on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Throwing rocks at it and stuff
Yeah.
and with the field recorders.
Yeah, it's just a metal cable. Yeah.
Come on. That'd be great. I wanted that job.
I mean, when your job literally is fuck with shit, record it, and make cool shit with it. I mean, it is hard to argue with that as a thing that, it's like, yeah, who wouldn't want to do that? I would happily do that.
Yeah. Or like there's one whole scene where Jason has to write the score for like one of these murder shows that his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend's in or whatever, And he's in there all mad and he's playing all this crazy shitty music. That would be the life. That's what you do. You just walk in the studio and here's your TV show, make some sound effects and make some music for it. You're done. I could do that. Where did I screw up as a kid?
I
Why
don't
can't I get this job now?
I don't think we have
Hmm.
the time or training to go into where you screwed up as a kid.
I've spent my 10,000 hours on other bullshit. How many of these podcasts we've done?
475, is it?
Yeah, multiply that times 2 hours each, sometimes 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Yeah.
even 10,000 hours.
No,
Son of a bitch.
And sometimes
Not
whenever
even
you
good at
guys
this
are
yet.
about 1,000 hours.
out past midnight with the guests,
What do you think you've spent 10,000 hours on?
Oof.
other than video games, probably music, playing music, writing music, playing live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I would say probably over the entire time I've been playing drums, it's probably coming up on that 10,000 hour mark if it hasn't exceeded it. Just, I mean, especially like during high school, 4 years of playing like 4 to 5 hours a day because of jazz band, concert band, marching band, like doing all of that
Mm-hmm.
constantly.
Man, that's a lot of time spent right then and there. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of time.
Yeah, and then those those marching camp weeks leading into the start of marching season, where it's like, okay, it's 8 to 12 hours a day of stuff. Have a nice day. Try not to die of heat stroke.
I don't think I'd count video games, though.
Why not? Why wouldn't you count video games? Video games, I mean, they are.
You're constantly
They're a skill.
changing.
Is it because it's more of a leisure activity instead of something?
You're constantly
Oh,
changing,
maybe so.
but there is a certain design language to video games that is common within genres. So if you've got your time with let's go back. Let's say you had a bunch of time in Quake 1. Well, those skills are going to translate to other FPSs as you work your
That's
way
true.
through.
Yeah.
So,
But I was a badass at Quake 1, and I get my ass kicked at Call of Duty.
So
Yeah, me too. Warzone.
I mean, QuakeCon,
I'm gonna.
I worked my way on up QuakeCon. They still have that?
They do.
They might.
Really?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Fuck,
So
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Dustin, I hate to say this, but you're old now, and so your fast twitch reflexes are not as good as they used to be.
That's true, but I take
Therefore-
Adderall. So that
Therefore, you're going to get fucking railed. Yeah, we'll go with that. You're gonna get fucking
That's
railed
weird.
by people that are like, half to a third your age and still have the fast twitch and can play that 8 to 10 hours a day that you can't.
That's true. QuakeCon 2022 will be digital-only event this year.
Boo.
We will not be returning to Dallas. It'll
That
be
sucks.
August 18th through the 20th, but it will be digital only thanks to COVID-19. Man, I used to love going to those when they had them at the Gaylord.
Yep.
And you would go over there, and what was the other one? The Gaming World Champions, whatever. There was QuakeCon and there was another one. They were both at the Gaylord for a while.
And then and QuakeCon I know was at the Anatolia, I think, downtown.
They would bounce back
I
and
don't know.
forth.
Okay.
Because at Gaylord one year, Chris Verena played. The guy who he did all the music for American McGee's Alice
Okay.
and all the Foley work for it.
Mhm.
And he was the drummer for Nine Inch Nails for all the way from through Broken, I think part of Downward Spiral.
Okay.
Or through Downward Spiral. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he played because he has a band. I forgot what it's called. God dang it! But he did a concert at it. That was badass. But I competed that year, and they also had it at Mesquite too, the Mesquite Convention Center.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I missed those. Those were fun. Now I'd go and be like, "Who's that old narc?"
The Arlington Convention Center, right next door to it, is a GameStop esports
Tweaker.
Performance
Thank you,
Cent-
Barry.
center.
That first Tweaker album was awesome.
Tweaker. QuakeCon, they had the AMD booth with huge monitor going. That was fun.
That first Tweaker record is so good, so good.
Yeah, I remember the first year that I'd moved to DFW in 2014. I remember going to QuakeCon at the Anatoly that year. It was like, hey, let's do a thing. Okay.
Did you walk over and see the two giant pieces of the Berlin Wall they have in there?
I don't remember doing that. Doesn't mean I didn't, but I
It's
don't
in the
remember
weirdest
doing it.
spot ever. Like, I'm going to walk out and go to the swimming pool as you pass two pieces of the Berlin Wall. It's like, huh.
Okay, well then I
And
probably
they're
didn't do that.
gigantic. Yeah, it's very weird. Like there's all those conference rooms right up front. Like when you walk in, there's all these conference rooms and everything. Then on the far right, and this is the old main tower, not the new tower. But when you walk to the right, like you're going to the swimming pool, you pass these two giant chunks of the Berlin Wall behind plexiglass and everything. It's pretty neat. You stand there in front of them, you're like, huh, so yeah.
It's a nice piece of history, but
Communism's cool. I'm going to go swimming. The bar's this way, the swimming pool's that way. And there's a piece of the Berlin Wall right there.
God,
okay.
that's not.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to the entire St. Valentine's Day massacre wall that we saw in Vegas, though, at the Mafia Museum.
I nearly creamed my pants when we walked around the corner. Like, I went back and got you. Didn't I? Like,
No. You were a little bit ahead of me,
and I thought I turned around, or did I just wait for you? And we're like,
you just wait. You waited for me, yeah.
Because I walked around the corner and was like, they were showing this video on this projection screen that was dropped down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, at the end of this video, it rolls up and it's like, oh, that's the real wall with bullet holes in it from the Valentine's Day massacre.
Yeah, they literally took it from the original building in Chicago, shipped it in pieces to the mob museum in Vegas, and reconstructed it piece by piece.
It had a stop before that. The little plaque said it had a stop before that.
Where was the stop before
The
that?
guy that
I don't
bought
remember.
it, the guy that originally bought it, numbered all the bricks because all the bricks had little numbers.
Oh,
on
that's
them.
right. That's right.
And he put it back together in a men's restroom at whatever bar he owned. And it sat in the men's restroom across from the urinals, and then it went to the mob museum in Vegas. Can you imagine going to take a leak and being like, what the? A bunch of guys were shot in front of this thing, and I'm taking a leak in front of it?
What in the actual fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what happens when people
I forgot about that fact.
have
Okay.
a lot of money.
I aspire to have so much money someday that I can just buy a random something and put it in a men's room.
But I knew we were going to see some cool stuff in that mob museum, but I was not expecting to see that wall. When the
No.
projector screen went up, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's been the punchline of so many of my jokes over the years. Holy shit. That's really it. People were killed in front of this thing. This is what Valentine's Day is all about. It didn't have pee all over it. They didn't pee on the wall. It was across from the urinals. So the urinals were on one wall. The massacre wall was
It's on
behind you.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susie.
All right, so are we going to have lights? Are we going to have maybe a laser or two at this show?
You're gonna have our adorable faces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Rocking your adorable faces.
if we talk about some memorable album releases, there's been bars on stage. There's been free hot dog, free corn dogs for everyone.
You've had lead singers actually serve drinks at the bar.
There was,
Southern Train Gypsy.
a giant balloon bouquet surrounding the entire stage. Blood cannons with saran wrap in front of the stage,
Oh,
so you
guar.
could shoot
Yeah.
the cannons. It wasn't
Yeah.
guar.
Not
Ugly
guar?
mustard.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think blood cannons are really in our aesthetic, so that's out.
Oh, come on.
I'm just gonna
Matt's all singing a happy song, and all of a sudden just pop! And blood hits those saran wrap and smears down.
Stick it.
Stick it. He goes up and rubs his hands all over it.
wouldn't be blood that should be shooting all over the saran wrap at that point, but okay.
Brown paint.
The brown note, yeah.
So nothing.
Take my octave pedal down three octaves.
Yeah, I've got a week and 3 days to figure this out.
Yeah.
Right? Was it Thursday? Friday? Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, the 10th. Yeah.
Got to get this figured out.
I mean, again, you get to see our lovely faces.
How about a
the last time.
a pinata?
I thought he was going to say serve pina coladas. I was going to say
Oh,
that's
how about serve pina coladas? Are you playing inside or outside?
I have no idea.
I have a feeling we're probably going to be outside.
It's gonna be like 106.
Yeah. Considering that the last gig that we had was also at Growl and we played outside and it was fucking freezing.
So, where y'all at in the lineup? Are y'all just before Pref Fuzz?
We're actually headlining.
Yeah, we're
the show.
headlining.
Y'all are headlining.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no.
Now you gotta bring the blood cannons.
Hey, my kid will be there too. She'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, my
Cupcakes for everyone. A donut.
I can manage cupcakes. I might do some cupcakes.
I can manage donuts.
You know,
They may be
something- make 'em
stale by
all
the time I get there, though.
Gross.
Well, most of
Pizzas.
those places close at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
How about pizza for everybody? Just line in the front of the stage with little
Totino's-
Caesars boxes,
or-
and you just pop them open. And
Or Totino's.
pizza for everybody. Come on, let's go.
I'm not gonna serve people Little Caesars because food poisoning tends to result. So
That's not your problem. I mean, if people, the choice is to eat it or not eat it.
Hey, there we go.
You
Free
just have it
kazoos.
Free kazoos. How about free deeds to homes? Since that'll fit with the tiny house thing.
We don't fucking live in Detroit. Come on, man.
How about you allow everyone to become a royalty in Scotland? You hand
Sealand.
out or Sealand. Or
Sealand,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, you just hand out royalty slips. Here, you're now royalty. You're now royalty. You're now royalty. Unite people with your base as they come up.
I dub the Duke of
These
Castle
are all
Fujiwara.
great ideas.
They are. It's like a think tank in here, like you said.
It totally is. I mean, come on. You gotta have something.
do we though?
It's an album release. It's supposed to be special, and it's your last show. Just seeing two guys playing music together, I can do that anywhere. I can go down to any corner on 6th Street and watch a guy beat on a bucket while another guy plays a
Oh, buskers?
banjo.
Oh, there we go, Susie. Tacos from Fuzzies. Fuzzies is gross, though.
Shut your fucking mouth.
It is.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've given them like 4 or 5 tries, honestly. And any time, it doesn't matter what I order, it's all bland.
Depends on what you get.
Mm.
And you're supposed to do you put the powder on it?
God, it's been so many years, I don't even remember.
It's been so many years.
Yeah.
Fuzzy's changed.
Like, recently? Because
Yeah.
I think the last time I ate them was like 2013.
I had to take a break from them, honestly. I couldn't, and then I started eating them again here soon, and it was good again.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did get bland. I'm right there with you. They got this one up on Roof Snow got really bad there for a while. Like everything was just like, bleh.
Blech.
The chicken looked like vomit.
Oof.
Ew.
Yeah,
Give out
Try to
business
get away from
cards. Business cards to what, Barry?
I don't hate the tacos idea.
how about have drummer auditions? Like mid set, y'all take a little break and be like, "Here, any drummers out here? I'm taking auditions."
Oh my God, that's the biggest
Just get up there
fucking
and-
slap in the face to this guy.
Why? He's leaving. That's not a slap in the face. He's leaving.
Yeah.
That's not a slap in the face at all.
Shit.
And then he gets to stand around and go, "That guy fucking sucks. That guy's dumb."
But then he could have somebody that comes up on stage that totally blows him away, and then he has to
And
follow him
that-
up like, God damn.
And that's when he Keith
That's
Moons
even
it.
worse.
He blows the drum set up on them.
It makes everyone that's within a 5-foot radius lose their
Deaf.
hearing
Yeah,
permanently.
permanently lose
Pete
their-
Townsend.
Come on, we'll think about something.
Shit.
How about
Yeah, Susie, I do like your tacos idea. I'm giving it serious
flesh
consideration.
taco? Flesh taco.
That can't be.
Hey,
that can't happen on a public event.
Taco Casa. I know all these bands that talk big about Taco Casa, but I've never been to one of their shows where they gave away free Taco Casa. That is a winning idea, and it's cheap.
It is cheap. I will grant you that.
Yeah, just line the front of the stage with tacos. Everybody just comes up and gets them.
Who did the Methinks cater their chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes, or was it chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders.
Okay.
Trash Pockets and his mom cook those all day.
Yeah,
Did they really?
yeah,
Mhm.
they
Yeah, because I missed that
they did
show. I
they
wasn't
did
there.
that themselves.
So, instead of the gravy fountain, fondue fountain, you do tacos with a hot sauce fountain. Chips, boom. Winner. You think about this. Y'all think about this.
Okay.
It's pretty good. We'll think about other things. What about Jay Smith's in the room? How about adoptions? Animal adoptions.
Animal adoptions?
Y'all just give animals away.
I mean,
She'll have some hot sports opinions on that because she works in the industry.
that was kind
With
of
a bunch of animals that are looking for homes.
Chris, what we really need is Jack in the Box tacos. Oh yeah, there you go. Those are super cheap too, and they're so fucking good. But God,
And they will grease your asshole up.
yeah, and they'll
You'll be shitting on the way home.
clog your arteries faster than anything else too. Winter chicken dinner. Yeah, right.
All right, let's talk about this art.
Yeah.
yes, because the art
We
is
showed
fucking
it.
amazing.
It is really great. When you posted this a while back, I was like, I had to look at it for a while. I was like, what is going on there?
Yeah, so it's like a packing box that you would use to move with, for those that are maybe just listening to the audio.
Who did this?
So my friend Marco Caldwell from Macking Creative in Loveland, Colorado. He's the same guy who did the original Josh and the Jet Noise logo. He did the album art for The Sound of Love Burning. He did our logo for the Jet Noise. And what was funny was when Matt and I were originally, talking through the album, and we finally settled on a title after much just like, what the fuck do we want to call this fucking album? And our original thing was like, well, we have a yellow and blue version of the logo, and I was like, okay, I'll just talk to Marco and have him just put something together with the yellow and blue version of the logo and the album title, and just have him do it because he's got it. It'll be quick. It'll be cool. Fine, whatever. And so was talking to Marco, and it's like, okay, so here's what we want to do, and here's what it's called, and this, that, the other. And he did that really cool designer thing that was like, yeah, okay, I can do that. How about I come up with maybe another couple ideas and just run them past you just to make sure that that's what you want, which, basically his version of saying, you're fucking stupid, I can come up with something really fucking cool. And this artwork that is on screen right now is that was almost the first draft. There were a couple of minor tweaks that happened after, but like he sent that proof through with two other choices, and both Matt and I were like, that one.
Yep.
It wasn't even a question. It was like, oh,
Or a debate.
It's like he just fucking nailed it.
Does this work?
Does what work?
1555 Jet Noise?
It does not.
No.
That's the only thing.
But the QRG works though.
It does?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
It takes you to our Facebook page.
Nice. You should have set up a Google Voice number
Oh.
with that on it, and just been like, just to see who would call. Like, who the hell's gonna call it? If they do.
No, I did the 55, the 555 number thing to like, no, nope, it's 100% not a real number. Just here we go, because we didn't want to take a chance on that actually being a number for someone somewhere and them randomly getting stuff.
Right.
Breaking news. Jay Smith says there's a mega adoption event at Will Rogers that same day. You can get 1,000 animals for $10. So, I know that's not what that really says, but for the joking purposes, that's less than 1 cent an animal. So, you could show up at y'all show with 1,000 animals to give away and still make a profit.
I think the USDA may have something to say about that though.
Yeah.
What are you making them? Like cooking them?
No, I mean, there's some logistics.
Or the
of transporting-
SPCA, not the USDA.
There's some logistics of transporting that many animals that I just don't think we can manage.
I mean, you'll have to do more than like 2 trips, but it'll be worth it. Have animals everywhere, and you're just playing. Just cats, dogs. There's probably going to be a monkey
Living
or two
together.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe some squirrels. Or
Squirrels.
what do they call those? Sugar gliders?
Sugar gliders are badass.
It says 1,000 animals, so it could be anything.
Hamsters.
You know, there's more lions in the state of Texas than there is in all of Africa.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
that's a crazy.
At zoos?
No. Well, kind of.
All over, go privately owned,
Oh, okay.
and there's more tigers than there are in India. I think in Texas. I think that's the two numbers.
Because Texas has some fucked up shit going on. Yeah, that's
There's a lot of privately owned big cats.
Tiger King.
not in Texas.
Oh, I know it's not in Texas.
So you did this all yourself again, right? You talked about this on Jeff's show.
Yeah. So we recorded all the instrumental tracks and the vocals at my studio, the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa.
Okay.
Yep.
Are there any? Are the kids that are trapped in the walls? Did they do any backing vocals?
No,
Or
they
are they
just
dead by now?
provided insulation as they always do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good. They haven't turned to soup yet.
No,
With the heat.
no, I keep my AC unit running. I
You
just
do?
keep it on energy saving mode when I'm not in there. Yeah,
Nice.
because
nice, nice.
it's bigger than this place, so I just can't like turn it off because I try to keep the temperature at least somewhat regulated.
Yeah, and then the guy that mastered it.
Chris
Give a shout
Hanzenek from Sonoma, Washington, I want to say. He was the same guy that did the Methinks record.
Yeah, and he fucking killed it.
It sounds good. It sounds like I told y'all when y'all got here. I have the rough cuts you sent me
Mm-hmm.
a while back.
Yeah, the proofs. Yeah,
And I was like, we can't do that on the show. Send me one of these mastered ones. One of these ones that sound good.
yeah. Chris actually compared them side by side, the WAV files, that is.
Yeah, it was very it was kind of amazing. You know, taking the mastered file and dumping it into Wave Editor at different track than the rough mix, and just seeing just the difference in the waveform. It was just like, oh, well, fuck. If you're into that sort of thing, it was really fucking cool. If you're not into that sort of thing, then you're saying I'm a huge fucking nerd, and I'm okay
You're a
with
super
that.
huge nerd. And what I like to do with all my music is send it through a spectral analyzer to make sure no one's hidden photos in it. In the song.
Hidden photos. How could you have something visual and something that's audible?
Go take the tracks from year 0, the MP3 files from year 0 and the
Nine
waveforms,
Inch Nails Year Zero?
and run them through a spectral analyzer, and you will see images that are making up some of the background noise. One of them is the big hand that comes out of the sky,
Oh, shit.
and one of them is a star of the new government. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That is.
They went really. That whole ARG that went around that album was wild.
Man,
It took months.
our production wasn't anything nearly that intricate.
Obviously,
as
you
that,
don't even
yeah.
have fucking blood cannons at your release show.
That has nothing to do with audio production.
Well, if you're not going to dump money into blood cannons, how are we going to know what you're going to dump into this audio production?
It's a surprise. We still have a week to figure it out. Yeah.
All right, I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Tired of talking about y'all on this album. We're going to go see it on June 10th.
Yep.
We're going to see you play drums one last time.
Yep.
With this band that we know of for sure. What if another show pops up? What if someone's like, hey, you want to come over and play a show real quick? You can do it? If you're still here, you know.
I don't think so, because I mean, like the whole push on the show is like this is the last show, and
But what if you're playing with a band that actually draws?
one, ouch, two, fair.
I'm not saying over y'all. I'm just saying over Crooked Bones or whatever.
Jesus, man. Let him speak.
Wow.
No, I've seen Crooked Bones. They draw people.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel right playing another show after we've said this is the last one.
You know what I find hilarious about this? Completely fucking amusing
Oh, I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
is that you bitched for years you only got to play one release show For Josh and the Jet Noise.
for the Sound of Love Burning.
For the
Yes,
Sound of Love Burning.
because 3 weeks later the pandemic started.
And now you're limiting it to one show. And
Yeah.
what if the options come up to play again? Play another show.
So, is there a certain level of irony to both versions of this band ending on an album release show?
That is
Sure.
kind of, yeah.
It is.
Sure.
That is
Yes.
kind of funny.
It's
Yeah.
just, but in the case, in the case of, Sound of Love Burning with Josh and the Jet Noise, like that was not our choice. Obviously the world fucking ended, and the world ended, and that sucked.
No, I'm still alive, and there's
Yeah.
still shit going on around here.
Yeah.
I
but-
mean,
Look, bitch, you knew what I meant. Shut
are
the
we
fuck
in?
up.
Is this? Am I in Nirvana? Is this some afterlife? Is this some lost bullshit?
Yeah, could be. But this, I mean, because this is like a stated no, this is it. I'm okay with it, like because it's a conscious choice that this is going to be the last show. So as opposed to when we played the Sound of Love Burning release show, we had like 4 more shows booked. Us and
I think, didn't we have a show booked with y'all?
I can't remember.
Or we put one together with y'all?
We were
Spectacle was. We had like 6
Yeah.
shows booked.
we
Way
were
to go.
going to do something,
I
but
think
it
so.
wasn't on the calendar yet. But yeah, I mean we had like 4 more shows booked, and like the only reason that we didn't have shows like in that gap when everything shut down was Josh had some prior commitments in that time frame that was like, okay, we definitely can't play a show these weeks, but here, this is the first opportunity that we can play a show. Cool, we're gonna do it here, and I think it was at the Ridgely or something.
Ridgely Lounge.
Yeah, it was something like that. And then then obviously everything
Shut down.
went to hell, and none of that happened.
Yep. Y'all
Right.
are one of like 12 casualties of all that. All released records right around that time.
Yep.
And either got to play 1 or 2 shows, and that was it. Didn't get to do a full promotion run of it.
Yep.
Yep. That whole time sucked.
Accurate. Yeah.
Totally
Yes.
sucked. And why? It was all fake. It was all fake news. No one ever got sick. All these people are still alive. They're just living on an island somewhere else.
You say as you roll up your sleeve.
Yeah. I'm sunburnt.
Oh, okay.
Like really bad. I got
Oh,
sunburned
damn.
this weekend.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm burning.
It's like I see a line here where there's not a burn. That's
So like I said, I'm tired of talking about y'all.
Okay.
I got a serious question.
a serious question.
You keep saying this.
The first 2 episodes of Kenobi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know on your show, your podcast, RoboTuner's Insignificant Podcast,
Mhm.
there's kind of a tradition of doing a Star Wars wrap-up show at the season finale when it wraps
Yeah,
up.
and we usually have you
We
in
all
for
get
that.
together. But we have these first 2 episodes down. What'd y'all think?
So
Yeah, you go first.
I'm so here for it.
I am too.
I'm so here for and like understand that like I never got big into Clone Wars and Bad Batch didn't really hook me, and like
Bad Batch didn't grab me either.
Just like,
Did you watch Rebels?
No, like that one I haven't attempted yet. It's that whole thing of there's too much content and not enough time.
I've watched a lot of Rebels, but not the entire series.
So let me give you this little piece of advice. There is a checklist for Clone Wars where you can go through the seasons, and the shows. It's a checklist of shows that just have to do with the storyline. They're
Okay.
not like these weird ass side missions that are following, R2D2 and C3PO as they go down some weird wormhole that has nothing to do with anything and resolves, at the end of it.
Right.
Find one of those checklists and just
And
watch
do
those
that.
episodes, because it will, it adds to the story. Because I didn't
Okay.
watch them. I ended up watching every single Clone Wars. Never watched it while I was on. And then at work, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let this cycle through. I'm going to just let all the seasons, like, okay, well, this shit's good. And then when Filoni took full realm, the last 2 seasons are over the top, beautiful, gorgeous. There's some
Oh
shit
yeah,
stuff.
the official ending of the Clone Wars series. Yeah, I did
But-
watch the final episode of that.
And what grabs me is like the whole history of Mandalore goes down, which leads into understanding more knowledge of the Mandalorian series and what's going on with the Darksaber and Paz Vizsla, all that. The whole history of that, where Jango Fett come from, how he was royalty and ruled Mandalore forever, and why the clones were made off of him. Like, it falls through all of that.
Okay.
And it's really, really good. Brings a bunch of that lore back, and that's when they said, you know, they gave Filoni the reins of like just doing whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, at the end of Clone Wars, he started bringing characters back to be canon that Disney had said, you know, that's not canon anymore. Well, he brought them back. And then Rebels, he went, yeah, here's fuck you. I'm bringing all the characters back from, like, the Timothy Zahn books
Yeah.
Okay.
that
Thrawn
need
for one. Yeah.
Thrawn that need to be canon and
I-
need to be a part of this universe, and made them full canon.
I'm still mad that they didn't do the that they didn't do